Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting, and this is collecting tip number 95, Go with the Flow. I might have said a previous collecting tip, I think it was collecting tip number 24, go at your own pace. I do think you should go at your own pace in terms of finances and just to build your own collection, but there are three main cases that I have for you that I think you should consider going with the flow. Number one, when you are a collector, you have to listen to fellow collectors and the gaming community. Number two, when you are finding good deals, just go with the flow. Buy them while you can. And number three, when you're searching, go with the flow. See what the gaming universe throws back at you. Catch what you can. The first thing, going back to that, was talking about the collecting community and the gaming community. You need to listen to reviewers, you need to listen to your friends, and what the general consensus is about games or items. If a lot of people are saying Eternal Darkness, made in Canada, for the Nintendo GameCube is actually a fantastic game, it's a hidden gem, you should probably consider picking one up, testing it yourself, see how you like it. I only keep games that are rare in my collection, or games that I think I would love to play. So I'm usually getting rid of all the filler games or the junk games or a lot of the sports games in my collection. But I do listen to what other people say. Tales of Symphonia, made by Namco, fantastic game on the GameCube. Same with Beyond Good and Evil. That's definitely a game I would have passed right by, but I listen to a lot of other people. If a lot of people are saying it's good, or that it's rare, or that you should pick it up now, consider listening to them, consider following through with that. The Zelda guides by Prima are in that boxed set in the Zelda chest. I think those are going to sell out. I think they're going to double in price very soon. Hints to anyone who cares about Zelda and those kinds of items. Number two, when you are finding a really good deal, it's hard to not pass it up. I suggest 1 month, if you find a lot of great deals, go ahead, purchase those. And then maybe the next month you'll have to fall back a bit on your spending, and maybe you'll have to fall back a bit on your searching, because I get tempted when I search if I find a really good deal. If you find an item that's not even for something that you collect, like Shinobi 3 on the Sega Genesis, or Sonic 3, or ToeJam and Earl Panic on Funkatron. These games I don't really collect for the Genesis, but at $10 for the three of them, at a garage sale or at a flea market, these would be perfect trading pieces to have in your collection as backups to offer to Sega collectors if you're a Nintendo-only collector. The same thing sometimes happens with me with doubles and triples. If I find another copy of Ocarina of Time, but it's $5, I am going to go with the flow. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to add it to my doubles and probably use it as a trading piece later on. Another time I went with the flow was when I was collecting NES games. A lot of these I got for $5 or $10, which I think I've mentioned previously, like DuckTales, Marble Madness, Metal Gear, Super C, Battletoads, all for $5 or $10. I usually look for very specific items, and I think all of us get focused or fixated on one particular item. Right now I'm looking to get the Hello Mac controller for the Nintendo 64, but if I was looking for that exclusively, I would miss out on a lot of other things. So when I go out game hunting, I'm really not looking for particular specific games always. I'm just looking for good games in general. I'll see what the collecting universe throws at me that random day. So on good deals, I wouldn't pass up the doubles. I wouldn't pass up items that you know would make great trading pieces, even if it's not always going to be a fit in your collection, just because they will be great to try and trade to get another item that you need. The third thing that I would like to talk about is searching quite generally or generically on eBay or in person. Online or in person, I should say. I usually just search for things like Nintendo sealed controller. I find a nunchuck like this, it's $5. That month, I pick up this nunchuck and add it to my collection. I just go with the flow of whatever eBay is throwing at me that month. I was in search for this jet black sealed controller for the Nintendo GameCube, the fourth one that I needed, but I am still missing the Wavebirds. I've been missing this controller for well over a year. I've just been waiting, I've been going with the flow. When the gaming universe and collecting universe finally throws one at me for about $40, that's when I pick it up. The same thing goes, as my nunchuck falls, for this Memory Card 59. I think I paid like $3 for this because I just happened to find it that month, and I just went with the flow of collecting. To summarize, Number 1, listen to your fellow collectors in the gaming community about what are good games and what are collectible games or rare games. Number 2, go with the flow when you're out collecting and you're just finding good deals. You might want to consider picking up a double if you have to, because it could be a good trading piece, or even items not for the consoles you collect. And number 3, when you're searching, search generically, see what that collecting universe throws at you, catch what you can. Keep in mind, maybe some months you're spending a lot of money, other months you're not spending as much. Try and balance it out. Go at your own pace, but also go with the flow when you can. Thank you for watching collecting tip number 95. Make sure you fill that like bucket, follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and remember, as always, game on.